Looking at this woman, police call an assault suspect. In this surveillance video from a Tribeca building, what stands out is the big metal box she grips by the handle with her right hand. She glances over her left shoulder while on a casual-looking stroll along Warren Street between Broadway and Greenwich. This just before noon on May 31st, and she allegedly snapped. Police say she smashed that box into another woman's face.
Boom! Hauls out and hits this woman who's got glasses on, hits her in the face, and she went down.
Tribeca resident Carol Martin said she was on the sidewalk and saw the whole thing, but says there was another female victim clipped by the same box or makeup kit a few steps earlier. That victim was overheard saying, "Watch where you're going," causing the suspect to spew a long, loud string of profanity and hate.
She was talking, just talking filthy, actually.
Police say next she struck the 57-year-old, allegedly shouting, "Take that, you white," and used the B word, then used the same slur again at the end of this sentence. "That's what you get, white blank."
She did, and she...
You heard that yourself?
Yes, but she was just talking filthy.
Other things as well. We spoke to the victim on the phone. She's a lawyer who lives in Midtown, and she told us she's not ready yet to talk on camera about being attacked. The victim called it unprovoked and shocking.
You see that all over. People are acting out. A lot of people suffer from mental illness and they don't get help.
The suspect was last seen walking westbound on Warren. People in this neighborhood hoping she's caught for the public's sake and perhaps her own.
New at 11, a violent attack caught on camera, a man beating a woman to the ground. Channel 2's Lauren Posen is live at the Brookhaven gas station where this happened. And Lauren, police say he also tried to set that woman on fire.
Right here in this parking lot, and police tell me this was a random attack. Now, to give you an idea of where we are near Buford Highway and Claremont Road. Now, police tell me that this victim and the suspect first came in contact right inside these doors of this gas station. This is surveillance video Channel 2 Action News obtained from the Shell gas station on Buford Highway. It shows the horrifying moment when a Brookhaven woman was ruthlessly attacked. A customer I spoke with could not believe it when I told him what happened here just 72 hours ago.
Just when I think I've heard everything, something even worse occur.
We have chosen not to show the victim's face. The man in the video is 36-year-old Idrissa Manzareh. Friday, prosecutors charged him with assault and battery.
I think it's fantastic we got a dangerous individual off the street.
On Tuesday afternoon, police say the victim was in line to check out at the gas station when Manzareh cut in front of her. Police say she let him go ahead of her. Moments later, as the woman exited the store, Manzareh attacked her, punching her in the face and choking her neck. Police say he even tried to burn her with his lighter. The woman was eventually able to fight him off.
He ended up taking off on foot across the street and disappearing behind an office building.
But what he didn't know is the victim's husband studied the surveillance video closely. The next day, he saw Manzareh at the Family Dollar up the road.
He ended up calling 911. Our patrol officers immediately responded to the area and took the subject in custody.
I spoke with the store manager here at the Shell gas station. He tells me this is an isolated incident.
Charges now pending against the man in these surveillance photos. Chicago police say that he sucker punched a woman on a CTA red line. Her family telling ABC 7's Eric Hong she will likely be blind in one eye after that attack.
The victim, a grandmother in her 60s, ended up calling for help here at the Howard Red Line stop. Police say they know who punched her, but why is still a mystery. This is the man police say is in custody. Surveillance cameras capturing the daylight attack that's left even the most vigilant riders in disbelief.
Quite frankly, it's appalling. Why would someone take the time out of their day to hit somebody's grandmother?
The 67-year-old victim was on a northbound Red Line train approaching Jarvis when police say the stranger, completely unprovoked, punched her in the face while she was reading her Kindle. He then left the train, leaving the woman to call for help.
Northbound platform, nonetheless. Lady says she was punched in the face. She's bleeding, fire's rolling. She's on track 4.
The victim's son tells ABC7 his mother underwent emergency eye surgery, but is now blind in her left eye. She had never met the suspect. After the images were made public, police say 14th District officers on the Northwest Side recognized the man and managed to locate him. The motive for the attack unclear.
It is kind of shocking. I just try to be as vigilant as possible when riding, like no earbuds in.
Just be riding the train and to have that happen out of the blue, like, it's unheard of.
Tonight, 3 would-be robbers are now in the hospital after the couple they targeted pulled a gun and fought back. Good evening. I'm Justin Wilfon, in tonight for Justin Farmer.
I'm Jovita Moore. This was breaking news on Channel 2 Action News at 4, 5, and 6. News Chopper 2 flew over the scene on Wesley Chapel Road as police roped off nearly the entire parking lot. Channel 2's Carl Willis is live there tonight, and Carl, investigators say many people could have been hurt today.
That's because bullets were flying all around this parking lot, stray shots hitting cars, shattering glass. You can still see some of it down on the ground here as a crew tries to clean up. Police tell me 3 people were shot, but police say it appeared that they were about to commit a crime.
It was chaos. I saw the guy was shot. I saw him on the floor.
And this witness says she came close to being caught right in the middle of a shootout herself.
And I remember I forgot something. Went back to the store and I heard shots. I just missed it.
Just missed the scene in this Kroger parking lot on Wesley Chapel Road, where DeKalb County police say 3 people were shot after a group followed a couple out of the store and into the parking lot.
We believe that there may have been some sort of crime that was intended to happen at that time, whether it was a robbery or a carjacking. We really don't know right now.
But that group did not account for the would-be victims being armed as well. There was an exchange of gunfire, but police say all 3 of those who were shot were the alleged suspects. One checked into a hospital for help, and the 2 others were found on scene.
He was conscious, but there was a lot of blood. There was a trail of blood from the parking. He dragged himself into Kroger's.
News Chopper 2's high-definition camera spotted a handgun in the parking lot, and we saw multiple cars hit by stray bullets.
There's a great risk of people being shot. There's a great risk of people being killed. People are lucky that no one else was hit.
Developing this noon out of Trenton, the number of people injured following a shooting at an overnight art event now stands at 22. Of those injured, 17 people suffered gunshot wounds.
And we know this all started when police say 2 men opened fire inside of the Roebling Wire Works building. One of those suspects is dead. Action News reporter Bob Brooks has been in Trenton, New Jersey all morning long. He joins us now live with the very latest on this. Bob, what's the latest details on this developing story?
Well, Nadine and Gray, this happened at the Art All Night 24-hour art festival that began yesterday at 3 p.m. And just to give you guys an idea of what some of these victims were up against, we spoke with the man who came here to this scene after spending most of the morning in the hospital. He was shot 4 times in the leg. Irvin Higginbottom's leg is heavily bandaged and he's walking on crutches. He's one of the 17 people shot in Trenton earlier this morning at the Art All Night Festival. He was shot 4 times.
Everybody was having a nice time. Next thing you know, heard gunshots, got shot in the leg, fell on the ground, and that was it.
He and other witnesses say it was chaos. A person there captured this cell phone video as the estimated 1,000 people in and around the building ran for their lives. The festival was taking place inside of the historic Roebling Wireworks building.
And all of a sudden, inside the doorway, about 10 shots went off, like pow, 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 pow.
And all of a sudden, my brother goes to me, he goes, "Oh, you hear them gunfire?" I go, "Sounds like fireworks." He goes, "No, that's gunfire." And next thing you know, we turn around and everybody's running down the street. All hell broke loose.
Mercer County prosecutor Angelo Onofre says 22 were wounded against 17 victims shot. 4 are in critical condition. One of them is a 13-year-old. He says 2 men were attending the event when they pulled out guns around 2:45 in the morning. They opened fire.
It absolutely could have been worse.
I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. Friday night around 10 p.m., a fight at Stonebriar Center captured on video. Frisco police say a 17-year-old from Little Elm was knocked unconscious. Then a man walks up to him, stomping on his head. Another man slaps him in the face before punching someone else. Police now trying to identify these 2 men.
That's horrifying.
Sherbert's daughter Olivia visits the mall often and says she's surprised to see this type of fighting. However, she has witnessed other altercations here.
There's been a lot of verbal harassment, kind of communicating that should not happen.
I had no idea that even the verbal stuff was going on, and we've let our kids go up there, I mean, pretty much anytime they want. It's awful. Sierra Spearman works at the mall and says at night security is sparse. Now she's suggesting some changes.
Definitely more security officers walking around, especially like towards when we're about to close at night.
As for this family,
I'm not quite sure I'll be letting them go back to the mall anytime soon, especially without parents.
Tonight, a representative for Stonebriar is calling last night's fight an isolated incident.
We good. We good. We good.
All we're going to do is make a lot of black kids angry.